guys, and welcome back to Sports Television. And today I will be switching it up on my channel for a little. I've been doing a lot of NFL content. If you haven't seen it yet, check out my latest video before this one came out. I did my NFC team predictions, best to worst. But today, as you know, I will be moving on to the NBA. I've been getting a lot of comments, and like I've always been saying, you guys mean so much to me. So if you feel like I want to make I need to mix up the sports, let me know. I will certainly be mixing it up, and we will be doing NBA rankings teams on a certain scale. As always, thank you for all your video suggestions. I read them all. Keep subscribing. We got to get up to that goal. We're trying to get to 500. We're going to do a live stream of your choosing. I'll announce it before the video and before the live stream about what we want to do. As always, check out my merch, exclusive merch. Only $29.99. The proceeds go directly to my channel and improving my channel quality. Additionally, check out the website. Check out my TikTok. Keep subscribing, and let's get into the video today. Okay, so I'm on TierMaker again, and we will be having, instead of a best worst, we are going to be having a scale of Super A, B, C, and D. So the teams we have: the 76ers, the Wizards, the Hawks, the Cavaliers, the Pistons, the Pacers, the Bucks, the Raptors, the Mavericks, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Timberwolves, Spurs, Thunder, Nets, Bulls, Heat, Houston Rockets, Hornets, New Orleans, Knicks, Kings, Portland, Suns, Clippers, Jazz, Golden State, Celtics, Lakers, and Magic. Okay. So first, let's start with the 76ers. I'm going to hold S to a sort of different level. I'm not going to put too many teams I think are S. I'm going to put the 76ers as a solid A team. Really good team with Joel Embiid. Great coach. Great point guard Ben Simmons. I think that they're a very decent team. Not on that S tier, although I certainly think if the season would continue, if this wouldn't happen in this day and age, I think that the 76ers could make a run at possibly winning the NBA Finals. But we'll see. I'm going to rank them as an A. Next up, we have the Wizards. I'm going to put the Wizards at a C. Not quite the D tier, but they're going to be on the C tier. They could be on a D tier. They have Bradley Beal, who's doing really good. John Wall. And they're slowly building up their team. So I think the Wizards, they have a bright future, but unfortunately right now they are definitely a C. Next, we have the Hawks. I'm going to rate the Hawks a D. They're also another team that's trying to build, that has a bright future, trying to get their draft picks and get really solid players to build their team. Right now they're D, and I can see them improving to possibly a C or B level in the next years. Next, we have the Cavaliers. I will be putting the Cavaliers also on the D ranking. Worst team in the NBA record-wise. After losing LeBron James, losing Kevin Love, losing a lot of their decent players, J.R. Smith, they are now without any very good players. They are not the worst team in the NBA. Sorry for that correction. But I still think that they are not a very good team, and I'm going to put them on the D tier. Next, we have the Pistons. I'm going to put them on the C tier. Now, here's why. I think that they have better talent than the two teams, but are just underperforming massively. I'm still going to put them on the C tier because I can see improvement if the NBA would continue their games, but as of now, I'm going to put them on the C or T tier. Next, we have the Indiana Pacers. I'm going to put the Pacers on the B tier. Not a bad team, not a good team necessarily. I think they're going to make the playoffs if the season will continue. I think they have a chance maybe winning a series, max. They have a good team. I think they're trying to build them up. Next, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm going to put them on my super tier. Very good team with the former MVP, Greek Freak. They're a very good team. Best team in the league record-wise. I think that it was going to be them and the Raptors in the finals, but as we know, that cannot happen. Hopefully they continue the season, but we'll see. Next, we have the Raptors, and the Raptors are going up there as well on the super tier. Great team. Former NBA Series champions. They did lose Kawhi Leonard, but I still think they have a decent team. Very good fan base. Super supportive. They're a good team. I think them and the Bucks would have been in the NBA Finals. Next, we have the Mavericks. I'm going to put the Mavericks... put them on a C. Yeah, I'm gonna put them on a C. I could see them being a B. I'm gonna put them on the C right now. They definitely need room for improvement. Good team. Um, they have a good coach, good GM. I think that they are going to try to draft some very good players and really move up and improve. Next, we have the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to put the Nuggets. I'm going to put the Nuggets on the B tier. I think they could be borderline A. I'm going to put them on the B. I'm going to reserve the A and S tier for superior teams. Nuggets, very decent team. Like the Pacers, I think they're better than the Pacers. I think that they could win a series or two. I think if they get on a run like the Raptors did last year, they can really go far. Next, we have the Grizzlies. I'm going to put the Grizzlies, another B team. Solid team, also a playoff team. A lot of good players. I think that their best years are later to come. Next, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm going to also put them at the B tier. Could see them being borderline C. I'm going to put them at the B. I'm going to be generous with this one. They have a lot of good players. Once again, another good coach. NBA teams, these teams have a lot of good coaches I've put so far, B and higher. You can see sort of the pattern. Really good team. Best years are late to come. Trying to get some good players decent players from the draft, but I think that's where they're going to go. Next, we have the San Antonio Spurs. I'm going to put the Spurs on the C tier. Borderline D, but once again, I'm going to reserve that D tier for really bad teams. The Spurs, they need to see some improvement. As you know, the Hall of Fame ceremony is coming up, and Tim Duncan, former Spurs legends, getting inducted. So I think if both NBA and Hall of Fame would be going on at the same time, I think they would rather want to watch the Hall of Fame than their games. Still a decent team, and they need to build up their draft resume to get better players to eventually move into that B or A tier. Next, we have the Jazz. Not a bad team. I'm going to put them on the B tier. I think they're a good team. They have solid core players with Donovan Mitchell, good point guard, and I think they're a pretty well-rounded team. Don't have any flashy superstars per se, but I think they're definitely a team with a lot of potential. Next, we have the Clippers. I'm going to put the Clippers on the A tier, borderline S tier. I still want to save that tier though. Clippers, very good team with Kawhi Leonard, has a lot of superstars on their team. And they could, if the season were to continue, they could definitely make a run at it. Next, we have the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to put them on the D tier. They're still trying to build up. They were C tier. I'm going to put the Suns in C tier. They moved up from the D tier that I put them on last year. I think they're a good team. They're really trying to improve, and I think they're just only going to, the sky's the limit. I think they're going to continuously get better. Next, we have the Portland Trail Blazers. I'm going to give them a B. A little generous here. Could be a C. But I think that they're a decent team, have some good core players. They need to work on moving the ball better, taking shots. They need some pure shooters on their team. Good team though. I'm going to put them in the B tier. Right average, borderline playoff team, but we'll see. Next, we have the Sacramento Kings. They are going to be on the D tier. I could see them on the C tier, but I'm going to put them on the D tier. They're really trying to get their draft resume up. They haven't been picking well in the past few drafts, so they're really trying to gain a solid player and get a good ranking in the NBA draft lottery, but we'll see. Next, we have the abysmal New York Knicks. I could be mean and put them here. I'm going to put them here. They could be a C tier team, but because of their poor ownership, poor draft picks, a little bit of unluckiness, but overall, they've been terrible for the past decade. That's almost an abnormal thing for any NBA team. They really need to see improvement soon, or else there will be a slew of firings that will start to occur. Next, we have the Pelicans. The Pelicans on the C tier have Zion Williamson. He really improved, really emerged when he started. He got his first starts, did really well. I think he is the future for their team. I'm going to put them on the C tier for now. They could have moved into the B tier by the end of the season, but I don't know. Next, we have the Charlotte Hornets. And I am going to put the Charlotte Hornets on the B tier. Maybe a little controversial. I think they're a good team. Solid 5 starters. I think that they could possibly sneak into the playoffs if the season were to continue, but I just don't know. They could be a C team, could be a B team, could be a playoff team, but I don't know. Next, we have the Houston Rockets. I am going to put the Houston Rockets on the C tier. Lost James Harden, lost a lot of their very good players. So I think that they are, I'm going to move them to the B tier. They still have James Harden. They got Russell Westbrook. They're a really good team, really solid team. I think they are on the B tier. Next, we have the Heat. I'm going to put them on the A. Really did well this season. Exceeded expectations with Jimmy Butler and other players like such. Really emerged with Tyler Hero. A lot of good players on their team. They have a bright future, and they could be the future of the league. Next, I have the Chicago Bulls. I'm going to put them on the C tier. They're a good team, but they need to see improvement, need to see better players, need to have more consistent shooters on their team. I think they're on the C tier. Next, I have the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to put the Nets, even with their injuries, I'm going to think about their potential. I'm going to say KD, Kyrie, that's special. Even though both of them were hurt, I'm still going to put them on the B tier because they have the potential to definitely move up if the season were to continue and they could heal. As of now, I put them on the C tier, but I'm going to put them on their B tier solely because of their potential, and I think that they could possibly climb to the A tier and make the playoffs next year with a healthy KD and Kyrie. Next, we have the OKC Thunder. Thunder's going to be on the C tier, not quite the D tier. They've lost a lot of players, lost Russell Westbrook, lost their captain, lost their leader. Still has a good coach, but they need to have better draft prospects, and they need to start getting some more players because their players are starting to age. Next, we have the Golden State Warriors, worst team in the league, D tier, even with all their injuries with Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry. Even when Steph Curry came back late in the team, still not a very good team after losing a lot of their good players. And it's interesting how that team went from the best team to the worst team in a span of 1 year. It's pretty fascinating, but the Golden State Warriors are on my D tier after they were on my S tier last year. So very interesting. Next, we have the Celtics. They're going to be on A tier. Solid team, very consistent team year after year. They're going to be on the A tier. Like I always say, they can make a run at it, but they never seem that they do to the title. I think they could possibly get far in the playoffs and really make a run at the title. Next, we have the Lakers. Put the Lakers on the S tier. Good team with LeBron James and AD. Good team chemistry, really strong team, and I think that they had one of the best shots to win the title. I think they had the best odds after the season got postponed. Lastly, we have the Orlando Magic. I'm going to put them, I'm thinking because of Luka Doncic, and solely because of him, I'm going to put them at the A tier. Good potential, future of the league, could possibly move into the S tier and make a run at the title. Okay, so just for review, on the S tier, I have the Bucks, Raptors, Lakers. On my A tier, I have the 76ers, Clippers, Miami Heat, Celtics, and Magic. On my B tier, I have the Pacers, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Timberwolves, the Jazz, the Trailblazers, the Hornets, the Houston Rockets, and the Brooklyn Nets. On my C tier, I have the Wizards, Pistons, Mavericks, Spurs, Suns, Pelicans, Bulls, and Thunder. And then finally, on my worst tier, my D tier, I have the Hawks, the Cavaliers, the Kings, the Knicks, and the Golden State Warriors. As always, like, subscribe, comment below on my list. Tell me what you think. I was debating between a few of them, rather than moving them B or C. I was trying to be a little nice with these rankings. I think some of the B teams could be moved down to the C, some A to S, but we'll see. Give me some healthy debates in the comments. Tell me any video suggestions. I'm not going to permanently switch it up to NBA, but if you definitely want me to see more NBA content or different sports like the MLB or the NHL or the MLS, Premier League, any sports, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching Sports Television, and everyone stay safe. Thank you, guys. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide. You decide if you're ever